Excellencies, I stand before you today not only to speak on behalf of women in Afghanistan, but also to bear witness to the systematic elimination of their presence, their rights, and their dignity. When talking about justice, I speak from personal experience. As someone who lived through the first Taliban regime and was denied the right to an education simply because I was a girl. I lived through a time when learning was a quiet act of defiance and teaching another girl was an act of resistance. Let me be clear, women and men of Afghanistan are not passive victims. They are resisting in various forms at extraordinary personal risk. They have marched in the streets knowing they might face beatings or arrests, with no fair judicial system to turn to nor institution to protect them. They have composed poetry and sang songs, turning words into acts of defiance. They have taught girls in underground classrooms, risking imprisonment but keeping hope and knowledge alive. Many have been detained, tortured, disappeared, and killed, and yet still they continue to resist. Today, I do not bring only my voice into this room. Still, I also carry with me the voices of countless women, and especially the voices of oppressed writers, poets, and storytellers who can no longer speak freely or whose words remain trapped behind closed doors and on silenced pages. Let me share with you a poem I composed in Farsi in honor of the resilience and resistance of the women of Afghanistan. ای دختران خسته شهر سکوت و شب، آیا در این قلمرو تاریک می شود به ماهتاب کاذب آن سوی پنجره دل بست، یا در پرتو نور تک ستاره نومید شعر خواند، واژه ها صدایم را باور نمی کنند، انگار مردم و جام های سنگی سکوت از صدای من تهی است. اگرچه سال هاست حنجره روزگار صدایم را انکار می کند، اگرچه قرن هاست با صدای زخمیم چیغ می زنم، های باورم کنید من حضور کاذب یک سایه نیستم. This is the spirit we must protect, this is the voice we must amplify, and this is why your action, our collective action, is so urgently needed. As someone who has known the silence of injustice firsthand, I urge this Council to take following concrete steps to enhance justice and protection for Afghan women and girls. First, formally recognize the Taliban's policies as gender apartheid and begin the process of establishing it as crime under international law. Second, ensure that women's rights remain at the center of all diplomatic engagements with de facto authorities. No political negotiation should take place without women at the table, and no agreement should be concluded if it ignores their rights. Third, support organizations that provide protection and offer judicial support, especially for women and other vulnerable groups, including scholars, activists, educators, and students, and expand safe pathways for them through humanitarian corridors, scholarships, and relocation programs. Fourth, increase support for grassroots women's organizations, many of which continue to work in hiding. Their voices must shape our responses and guide our actions. Finally, demand accountability. Impunity must never be the reward for gender persecution. The world is watching. History will judge not only those who perpetrate these crimes, but also those who remain silent in the face of such systematic oppression. I thank you.